Café and Networking Podcast promotes successful business experts. I'm Tom Reaoch, known as the King of Networking, connecting people throughout the world from my podcast studio in Brazil. Joining us today from Nashville, Tennessee is Chase Neely, a personal brand strategist and president at Leverage Brands. He's on a mission to amplify messages of personal brands. So Chase, who should build a personal brand?
I am so glad you phrased that question that way, Tom, and thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here. Anyone who wants to be successful should have a personal brand. I don't care if you're in corporate America or if you're an entrepreneur or if you're an author or speaker. Everyone should have a personal brand because that's the thing that you can take with you throughout your career. As you are networking, as you are growing, as you are becoming who you want to become, your personal brand follows you. There's great wisdom in the saying, a good name is better than great riches. And that's really what we're talking about with a personal brand.
I agree with you. I think my name is my brand is my name.
That's right.
And there are, I want to say there are other Tom Reaochs out there. There may be Chase Neely's, it may, the John Smiths and Mary Doe. But we have to defend our own name because we take that, you say, through the profession, but we take that through life.
That's right. That's right. And it's who you're known for. And it's the value you provide. When somebody thinks of your name, what do they think of? Mm-hmm. And that's what we're trying to be intentional about when building a personal brand.
Now, I defend, and I've heard that, students in the university should start it, when they're freshmen.
Right.
Because of that same reason. But what I see today, and not only young persons, but persons in the corporate world, they tend to assume the name of the company where they work. They sort of dress themselves as being company A, B, or C, and don't really focus on themselves. Even on LinkedIn, we see that often. Persons don't 100%. Say anything about themselves. They're really talking about their company.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that you can, like I said at the very beginning, this is the only thing that you can take with you. We don't know what's going to happen at company A or B or C, right? We don't know if there's going to be a round of layoffs and you're included. We don't know if you'll be recognized for your hard work and promoted. But we do know that when you take control of the wins that you're garnering for that company, and you can publicize those wins in the appropriate way, or you can publicize the things that you've learned and the things that you've grown in at that company in the appropriate way, it catapults you into the next stage of your career, regardless of what happens at company A, B, or C.
Well, and to that point today, and it's not today, recently, companies A, B, and C have been merging into company D.
That's right.
And today, when you look at any company, you don't really remember who they are. And sometimes you see names that you're not even sure what it is.
Yeah, and you see the company's mission statement becomes this milquetoast generalization that has no purpose or meaning behind it. But you have a passion, right? You have something that you are called to do, that you are placed on this earth to be the message bearer of. And that's what your personal brand allows you to do.
So your clients are people.
That's right.
So it's the individual that finds you, you find them, you come together, and then you help them on this path?
That's right. And I think that it's people, but it's also sometimes companies have lost their way and lost their mission. And so we help them redefine that and make sure that they are putting that out there in the best possible way. But our best and most effective work has been with message bearers, authors, speakers, entrepreneurs who know the passion, they know why they're placed on this earth, and we help them amplify that message as far as it can reach online.
And to the point of entrepreneurs and startups, that's been the way even before pandemic was so highlighted. And even as you said, the redundancy being made of persons and companies and people having a bright idea or being great professionals and starting their own company. And that company starts again back, to point zero, which is themselves. So how early should people think about this?
As soon as you start working. I know for me, it was back when I was about 11 years old. I was working at my dad's lumber company, and I got to write a radio ad, if you can believe it. And that's when I started thinking, I love amplifying the message of this company. It's not about me. I love being the person who pushes this message out there, who lets people know the great things that exist here. And ever since then, I've been building my brand on that thing, whether it's through my legal career or whether it's through my entrepreneurial efforts. I am amplifying messages for generally creative people who do amazing things. And I love to be their cheerleader.
Well, and to the point, you have a very unique name, which is Chase Neely. Is that real?
It is, believe it or not. 10 letters. My parents gave me 10 letters because they knew that's all I could count up to on my fingers, I suppose. But yeah, Chase Neely, that's my given name. But I love it. Yeah, it's been something that's followed me and been unique.
And I want to say the good thing of being unique, but the persons who have, and that's throughout the world, even here in Brazil, we have a lot of people that have the same names. And really you need to find a way of showing your uniqueness. Because it's just not only the name, because they're, John Smiths and Mary Doe's, there are thousands. So you do have to create yourself within that brand. Is that how you help persons do that?
Yeah, we help narrow that core message as though you're talking to one person that you're helping. Mm-hmm. And that's how you cut through the noise. You're not talking to the world. You're not talking to everybody. Because if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to nobody.
Right.
You're just going to be noise on LinkedIn or on Facebook or wherever you're living, TikTok, Instagram, wherever. Mm-hmm. You're just going to be noise. And so we want to get that core message dialed into the point where you're talking to one person. And we're going to grow that brand, hopefully more than one by one. But by knowing who you're talking to specifically and how you're helping them, the value you're adding, you can really start to build a special personal brand through that.
Yeah, I'm looking at your site and I see you go through content strategy, right?
That's right.
SEO and blogging, YouTube videos, product development. And you create websites and online courses, books to share their expertise, email marketing, right?
That's right.
So you really cover a lot of the facets of promoting the person.
Yeah, we believe that the digital marketing business they're creating, generally when they're coming to us, it's an all-inclusive thing. It's something where you have to have the same strategy at the top, the same message at the top, and all the different ways that you implement that strategy. We can handle those tactics, but unless that top is right, those tactics are going to be wrong too. You're going to be doing things you don't like to do or doing things that aren't true to who you are.
Right.
And I think that's, Tom, we haven't touched on this, but a true authentic personal brand is really the differentiator. It's got to be who you are.
Right.
Because if it's not that, it'll fail.
That's the key word, is authenticity. And today there's so much fake everything that we're led not really to believe much.
That's right.
So it is tough, and then you have to work on it to say, you are you, and who you are is you, and to really defend the authenticity, which again comes together with trust and reliability.
That's right.
So
right.
Chase, how can our listeners find you?
I'd be excited to talk to them. So I am on LinkedIn. It's that -Chase Neely. I did grab that at the very beginning of LinkedIn. Personal branding consistency is important.
Right.
And then at leverage.brands.co/pod, Tom, I have opened up some time on my calendar if they want to talk strategy. So I have 30-minute sessions available there for your listeners.
So just a chat.
That's right.
Very good. So Chase, thanks again and success.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Tom.
Okay, and for our audience, again, it's Chase Neely, Chase, the last name Neely. Find him on LinkedIn and leverage.brands.co. Leverage.brands.co. Remember, you can find more information again, so check it out. Café Networking is brought to us by Focus MI Market Intelligence, an agricultural market research specialist in Brazil. More information at focusmi.com. Talk to Tom, talk to the world. Thanks for listening. Until the next time here at Café and Networking Podcast.